Good morning or good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the I Am August podcast. I am August, as you can see, and Happy New Year's to everyone. I know I am very behind. By the time you're looking at this, we're going to be 11 days into the new year. But honestly, I really just been taking the time to rest, sleep, and really just rest my body, rest my soul, and just get re-energized for a lot of things that I have coming up this year. I have a lot of expectations that are gonna be met this year at the same time, and it's just gonna be a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I really did enjoy my holiday break. I hope you did as well. And this episode, it's not gonna be like a super long episode or anything like that compared to the other ones. I really just want to give you some personal advice and some life lessons that I have learned from 2025, because 2025 was a very tough year. It really was. Like I can say that without a shadow of a doubt, that 2025 was definitely one of my toughest years in a long time, like probably since the pandemic, honestly. But as a brother, I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the episode. And so again, for this, I'm just gonna be sharing some life advice, and then I also want to talk about some goals that I have for this channel this year. And as we continue to grow, I've seen that we have reached over 150 subscribers on this channel. So thank you. That means so much to me. Oh, you have no idea. I really do feel like we are making great progress with that. And for me, it's not just about the growth, but it's about the impact. Like I try to respond to every comment possible, on all social media platforms. And it really does mean a lot when I get that reciprocation back. And just being able to bless somebody by being a vessel, because it's truly God speaking through me to you, or to whoever needs the advice, whoever needs the word being spoken. And I'm just glad that I can put myself in a position where I can be a vessel in order for him to get done what he needs to get done. Amen. So yeah, I'm excited. Let's get into it. First, starting with the advice, and then we're gonna be moving on to the goals. The first piece of advice that I have for you, okay, listen carefully. Every decision that you make is going to count. And I say that with urgency and sensitivity at the same time. And what made me think about giving you this piece of advice, because I was washing dishes one day, sometime during the holiday, just listening to worship music, and it was really more like soaking worship music, but same thing. And I just thought about an analogy, and what came to mind is the video game that I once played called Mass Effect. If you know what Mass Effect is, you're gonna know what I'm talking about in a little bit. And in the game Mass Effect, if you're not familiar with it, and I haven't played it enough times to actually fully understand what Mass Effect is about either, but pretty much in the game series, you're what's known as the Pathfinder, right? Like, you set the coordinates, you and your team, you go out to different planets, gather resources, make connections, eliminate threats, all sorts of stuff. Because I guess, like, you are making each planet sustainable to live on. It's from what I understand from last time I played it. I haven't played it all the way through, so please forgive me. Correct me if I need to be corrected. But pretty much what I've got from playing that game is, like I said before, every decision you make counts, right? Because it's also a decision-making game at the same time. Like, how you play really alters the rest of the game. The decisions you make, who you make connections with, who you make enemies with, how you lead your team, like all of this matters. You know what I'm saying? And I say that with urgency because it's the same thing in real life. Like I made a game reference, but it's the same thing in real life. Every decision that you make is going to count because it's not just going to affect you. It's going to affect you. It's going to affect your family, your friends, the people you work with. It's going to affect those who's around you as well. So please, as we continue to go on with this year, make decisions carefully. Okay? Make decisions carefully. Don't just make a decision out of pressure. Don't fall into peer pressure making decisions. All right. Let me just tell you something right now. When it comes to decision making, keep this in mind. If you don't feel the peace of God with it, you don't need to do it. You don't need to do it. Because big decision making, big or small, depending on the situation, this is different for everybody. You have to have some kind of assurance and peace knowing that, okay, this is going to be okay. That's going to be okay. Like, you're not going to buy a car without making sure that it drives well. So you test drive it. You make sure that it's good. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Make sure the car is good, right? If I were to go into the dealership and just buy the car without testing it first and blow, let's just say like 30 grand on it, that's not going to be the best decision for me, right? And I end up blowing 30 grand and then the car, it only works 50%. You feel me? Like, just make the right decisions this year. Make the best decisions this year. And I say the best decisions because it just came to mind as well as I was just saying, make the right decisions. Because not every decision is going to feel right. But if you make the best decision, then it's going to have the best outcome. Meaning you're going to have to say no to a lot of people. You're going to have to say no to a lot of things that may hinder you from where God's really trying to take you in that moment. You feel me? But at the end of the day, it's for the best. Like, it doesn't matter. It's going to be for the best. And I don't want to be caught up in this part alone for too long, but I put strong emphasis when I say every decision that you make will count. Because it will. And sooner or later, you're going to find out. Amen? Advice number 2. Second piece of advice. Okay? Do not invest your time in the wrong places or the wrong people. There are things that we're going to want in life that we truly just want to, I don't want to say indulge, but invest our time in. You know, I may want to check this out, may want to check that out. Or even people, I may want to check this person out, see what they're about. But like I said previously, if the peace of God is not in that situation, it's not even going to be worth it. It's not going to be worth it at all. Because you're going to end up investing in the wrong thing. And rather than investing in the wrong thing, there's so many other things that you can be investing in. Now, I'm not just talking about materialistic things. I mean, things that could fulfill you with passion and purpose. You feel me? So, please don't waste your time in the wrong things, in the wrong places. Don't surround yourself with the wrong people. Because you really gonna have to start moving different this year. This may be the year for you. It may be the year for me. Starting to catch my drift a little bit? Like, I want you to focus on the fact that you are still living in the present moment, and you acknowledging the fact that you are still in the present moment. You can't ask yourself, what do I have to lose? Because you can lose everything. If you start putting time in the wrong things, you could lose it all. You could. And I'm not saying that to scare you, but I'm letting you know, bro, like you gotta start getting ready. Because you don't know what God has already aligned for you. Right? So don't invest your time in the wrong things, places, or people. Amen. The third piece of advice that I have for you: don't be in your head so much this year. And I was just thinking to myself when I had wrote that one down, because I'm a big overthinker, bro. I'm a big overthinker. Sometimes I just can't help it. Like I overanalyze a lot of things. So sometimes it does lead to self-worry, because I do overanalyze things, like, oh, how much is this gonna be? How much is that gonna be? How long is this gonna take? You know, whatever. Like, I overanalyze the situation. And sometimes that can be a bad thing, generally. Now, when it comes to being in my head a majority of the time, I say this with sensitivity because some people just can't help it. But I encourage you at the same time to acknowledge when it's just you and not the situation, right? Because the situation could be just fine, you know? Like, you could be out somewhere, you could be having a good time, and, you know, the event you may want to go to, it may cost a bit extra than your budget may allow you, you know what I'm saying? But me and my family, we like to say we pay for experiences and not just for whatever, right? And I'm using this example, which is probably a bad example, but don't let the fact that you're in your head cause you to miss out on great experiences. Because you can have a moment of self-doubt, self-worry, sometimes self-hatred, and then being in those moments where you're having like a tug of war with yourself, bro, it can cause you to miss out on stuff. And I don't want that for you. Brothers, sisters, I don't want you to miss out on life because you're here. I need you to get out of here so you can experience the life that God has planned, bro. Because life is beautiful out here, bro. It really is. Life is beautiful. And I say that with such clarity. That life is beautiful. Life is beautiful when you get a chance to rest and you feel energized. Bro, like, I woke up one morning, man. I was like, well, I didn't go outside because it was cold, but I was just like, bro, let me just walk on the treadmill for an hour. You know what I'm saying? Got my headphones, got my workout clothes on. I'm on the treadmill for an hour. I'm just listening to music. I'm telling you, like, just moments like that. Just, oh my gosh, just being able to take in the fact that I woke up this morning and I can still walk on my 2 feet that God blessed me with. I can breathe, I can move. My body's functioning correctly. Like, those moments. Those life-giving moments. You feel me? And again, brothers and sisters, I'm saying this to encourage you, not to worry you. Don't be in your head so much. Don't be in your head so much. Because you will miss out on a lot of things if you stay here. Amen? The fourth piece of advice that I have for you is don't lose your smile. Don't lose your smile. And the reason I put that in there is because if I can have a transparent moment with you for a minute. I was going through my old pictures on my phone. And I was looking at myself, you know, just yeah. I came a long way. I can definitely say that I'm a lot different now, than how I used to be, and not in a bad way, of course, but you know, um, I guess I was fantasizing. I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm gonna just talk to you, bro. Recently, we're just gonna say a year ago, because next month is gonna be February since I last cut my locks off. Um, and then have I contracted, or I found out that alopecia runs in my family. So that wasn't really the part that let me down. But of course, like, I'm looking at old pictures, and like, I had like a head full of hair or whatever. But as I'm scrolling through the pictures, like, I was so confident in myself back then. Like, I smiled like all the time, bro. And the closer that I got to this year, in the most recent years, the more I started to notice, like, okay, I started taking less pictures, and I wasn't going out as much all the time, because as I'm going through the pictures, I'm like slowly, of course, going through memory lane, but in my head too. Like, I'm remembering certain events that happened that caused me to lose my confidence, that caused me to lose my smile. And I remember, bro, like 2023 all the way up to 2025, I lost it, bro. I lost my smile. I lost my confidence. And it it sucked realizing that, man, like, the things that I went through really took a lot out of me. But one thing that always kept me from crying and breaking down, which is knowing the fact that I was covered, and God kept me safe. God kept me safe. That was one of the main reasons why I kept smiling. I smiled again because I knew that I was healing from stuff, that I was protected, that no matter what I was going through, God was gonna provide. And I encourage you, bro. You may have had a rough year last year, bro. You may had a rough year last year, or maybe a rough couple years. But I'm here with you. I see you. I see you. For real. I see you. And I just want to let you know that you got one of the most beautiful smiles on earth. You got one of the most beautiful smiles on earth. And God thinks it's more beautiful than I would ever think. So please don't lose your smile for the both of us. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you as your brother, don't lose your smile, because I know it breaks God's heart. And it's not fair that the world can put you in a position to where you may never want to smile again. But don't lose your smile, because God's always going to give you a reason to smile again. He will. Trust. And then, I don't have a fifth piece of advice, but I can definitely tell you from personal experience, if I had to give you a fifth piece before I start talking about these goals that I have, I will honestly just tell you, let God be God. Let God be God. Just, and what I mean by that is just surrender. Let God be God. Like, God, he's not just someone you talk to on a Sunday. You feel me? God's not just someone you talk to on a Sunday, or just putting him on a back burner. Like, he's not second place in your life. Like, let God be God. Let him reign over your life. Let him protect you from whatever you need to be protected from, because we don't know any better from ourselves. You feel me? Let God be God, man. And I say that honestly because I have endured a lot of things from 2023 to 2025. Okay? I fell into depression. I got some serious anxiety, and bro, I have been in more car accidents than I can count. My car has broken down multiple times in open traffic, more than I can count. You feel me? Like, I should not be here, but I am. I should not be here. I wasn't trying to cry. I wasn't trying to cry. I'm not faking this. I'm not faking this. I should not be here. I'm telling you, if you just let God be God and let him do what he needs to do, you won't have any problems. And see, the problem starts to come in when you start resisting. Like, oh, I can do it myself. Like, no, you can't. Oh my gosh. You can't do it yourself, man. You can't get away. Let me tell you, like, the craziest thing happened recently regarding my car. If you live in Houston, Texas, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because you're gonna understand how far Beaumont is from Houston. It's a 2-hour drive, right? One of my friends, she goes over to Lamar University. I went over to go see her. She's a dance major. She had a concert. I went over to go support, take some clips, and I was on my way back. I get to the university. I'm like, oh crap, I'm low on gas. I go to the gas station that's closest to the university. You know, I pay my money, get a full tank of gas, start the car wouldn't start up. Bummer, right? Now I'm like, crap, like, out of all the places that my car wouldn't start up, in freaking Beaumont. In Beaumont, out of all places, I'm nowhere near home. I know nobody out here, right? I get on the phone with AAA, okay? AAA tells me like 10 times, hey, we're trying to send somebody out, but they keep getting police calls because, you know, for pileups, they have to move the cars out the way and stuff like that. So I'm sitting in Beaumont at that gas station in my car, and I'm on the lookout for people because I don't know nobody. I'm out there for 4 hours. Shout out to my friend Tori. Oh, she's an angel, bro, because she kept me company while I was out there stranded pretty much 4 hours. And the AAA guy, he finally comes, and you know, some people are just not satisfied with where they're at. You know, he's complaining about his job, whatever. He's telling me, oh, this isn't even my truck. And I'm like, oh man, I'm just saying stuff at this point, man. He hooks up my car, puts it on the back of his vehicle, and I'm just showing gratitude. Like, bro, I appreciate you coming out, you know, coming all this way, all this other stuff. And we're on our way back to Houston. And at this time, because I got to Beaumont like at 7:30. By the time he picks me up, it's like 11. It's like 11:30. We're halfway back to Houston. I think an exhaust pipe burst or something like that. And so we had to pull over because it was bad. Like, if he would have kept going, something else would have happened. It was real bad because it's like when he started driving, it sounded like a machine gun. Like, da, 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 da. It was real bad. And so we pulled over to a gas station. We're somewhere in Houston. And Get this. So his truck is messed up. Okay? His truck is messed up. But tell me why he calls for backup. Somebody's already in our direction. And he tells me that. And at the moment, I'm like, okay, cool. Everything's fine. It didn't hit me at the moment. But he's like, how could that be? How could that be? That my car breaks down, his truck's starting to break down, he calls for backup, and then somebody's already in dark. Oh man. Oh man. Listen. How is it that somebody is already in our direction? And by 2 o'clock in the morning, I was home safe. Tell me that. Tell me how. Tell me how. I gotta know. Tell me how is that possible? Tell me how is that possible? God, bro. That's God. That's my best piece of advice to you, bro. It's just let God be God. And then I'm gonna share this with you quickly because this is also over the break. I don't think I was posting at the time either. But we had a young adults event at my church. And I had just got my car back from being fixed. This all happened in the same day. It was a Saturday. I had picked my car up from the dealership that morning. Tried to fill it up with gas, and I remember, when it broke down, it was already filled up, right? Everything's cool. Car is driving fine, like a brand new car, right? And the day passes. It's time to go to the event. I go to the event. Everything was fine. I had a great time at the event. Went to Dave & Buster's and Katy Freeway. And bro, I'm leaving. I'm on Katy Freeway on the way back home. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna chill for the rest of the night. I already had me a Domino's order already in line. But when I go pick it up, like, I'm chilling. I'm on Katy Freeway. I'm listening to music. The hood of my car opened. It unlatched. And it flew to the right side. No, I'm sorry. It flew to the driver's side. Knocked down my driver's side mirror. So I had to get a new mirror. The hinge on the right side, it completely broke off. Mind you, all of this took place on Katy Freeway in open traffic. I was not injured. My car was still drivable. I had pulled over to a Papacitos that was close by. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm all over the place with the story because everything was happening so fast. Like, the hood of my car, it freaking flew back on me. I don't have a mirror, so I can't see incoming traffic. But traffic is going. And bro, if you're in Houston, you already know how fast people drive, especially when it's at night. I'm completely blind here. Cars are flying by. But I'm getting in and out the car. Oh, and peep this. Because it had messed up my door somehow. I couldn't open my driver's side door. I couldn't open the door. Oh my gosh. But I could just imagine if I would have opened the door, something was gonna happen. So I had to crawl to the passenger side door, try to get everything situated with the hood. I'm on the phone with my dad. He's telling me, yo, like, where you at? I'm on my way. Because at this point, I didn't have any money to call AAA or anything like that, dude. I ain't have no money. I pull over to the Papacitos, and the craziest thing about that is when I'm on the lookout for open traffic, right? I'm on the lookout for open traffic, and I see in the rear view mirror two cars, they turned their hazard lights on when I had my hazard lights on, because now That caused everybody who was speeding up on the freeway, it caused them to slow down. Because now they see 3 cars with their hazards. And I was able to safely make it to Papacito's, which was on the right hand side, safe and sound. I got picked up from my dad. We drove home. The car made it back. And I still got my Domino's pizza at the end of the day. Amen. And that was a testimonial pizza. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I made it home safely. You know what I'm saying? Make a long story short, because I feel like it was so much that happened over the break. It was so much that happened during the year of 2025. Okay? Let God be God. 5th piece of advice from yours truly. Now, let me quickly go over, because I'm already at 36 minutes of recording, and I gotta put this stuff together. Let me tell you about the goals that I want to hit this year. The first goal that I want to hit this year, I want to hit 1,000 subscribers with an active community by December 31st of 2026. I believe I could get that going. I don't know how, I'm gonna do it. I really don't. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. But I will. 1,000 subscribers and an active community. I just feel like it's not gonna be hard getting a community of active and faithful believers in God and followers of Christ in one setting. I feel like it's not gonna be hard. I just don't know how I'm gonna go about it yet. But ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, from all over the world, wherever you decide to watch this video from, man, I will be building a community this year, and you are more than welcome into the I Am family. If you are interested by any means, if you see this by any means, and you are looking for a refuge place, then welcome. I welcome you with open arms. I don't have anything to hold back against anybody. You know what I'm saying? Now, the details of the server and the community itself, like how is that going to be like truly established to where it can all just be in one setting, I don't know, but I'm declaring it in advance. This goal will be met by the end of the year, okay? Second goal that I have in mind, I want to keep uploading episodes, but I want to hit 50 more long form videos or episodes. So right now I don't have a lot. I have 16 episodes out right now that are long form, but I mean this one including 17 plus 50, so we're looking at about like 67 somewhere in the 60s. So we got a lot of work to do this year, man. We got a lot to do, especially if we're gonna say that we're doing weekly videos, which I do apologize for the lack of consistency as well. It wasn't intentional, honestly. I really needed that break. It was a tough year, and I needed to rest. But that is the goal that I have, hitting 50 more episodes by the end of the year, on a consistent basis, along with growing the community, along with just growing in general, the community, the subscriber base, all that. So I believe that can be done as well. Third goal that I have in mind, I want at least 1 or 2 interview-based episodes. I say 1 or 2, just kind of keeping it realistic for me, because I don't know who's really going to be interested in coming into the podcast. I have no idea how I'm going to go about making an interview-based podcast. I don't know if it's going to be like virtual or, anything of that sort, but, a collaboration would be nice as well. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that would be very cool. I just haven't really put much thought into that because I do everything from home. Like, I'm recording off my phone, on the laptop I edit with. I have a Fi-Fi microphone, which works very well. And, I'm working with what I got. Like, it's not the most up-to-date podcast whatever. But better than nothing. So I'm working with what I got, y'all. Fourth goal that I have for this year. I want to do live stream worship nights and Bible studies. I think that's gonna be so freaking cool, bro. And I had a thought, okay, like, cause right now I do have a Twitch account, but what if I transform my Twitch account from gaming and committing it to God? Like, I'm giving my Twitch account. I'm giving my Twitch account to God. You know what I'm saying? So it can be another, what you gonna say, base of operations for us believers. You feel me? I have a really good feeling about that one. Just being able to talk to other believers and people of like minds. Like, this is our home. You feel me? And I can't wait to see what God wants us to do with that. So if that sounds intriguing to you guys, just let me know in the comments what you think about live streaming worship nights and praise and worships and song suggestions and Bible studies and all this other stuff. Because that's definitely an idea that I was really looking forward to share online. And yeah, just see what people think. You feel me? And the fifth goal that I have for this year, I committed all the details I have for this to memory. And I'm gonna say this with sensitivity too, but the fifth goal that I have for this year is that I do want to open a donation box. And here's why. Disclaimer, I will not be taking no profit. No profit for me, okay? This donation box that I am planning to open, once I do my research on how to properly open one, it's gonna go strictly to charity, right? Strictly to charity. Maybe plant, sow seeds in another ministry, or, let's just say in a sense where I do take profit, but I give it to the community. You know what I'm saying? If we raised, let's just say $1,000, and I take that $1,000 and I buy materials like clothes, food, etc. for those in need, for the less fortunate. I always had a vision of raising money and going to feed the homeless. I've always wanted to do something cool like that. And of course, you have those small moments where you may go, give a couple dollars to the less fortunate, but I really want to make an impact. I really want to give to people. And I want to open that opportunity to other people who want to make that difference by opening the donation box and making it available to everybody, because it's not just gonna be a me thing, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be because of us that they get fed, they got clothes on their back, like let's make it happen. Let's make an impact that's gonna last for a lifetime for these people. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, that's I feel like that's what Jesus would want, man. That's what Jesus would want more than anything. So no, I would not be taking anybody's money by opening this donation box or anything like that. And if I had to, it would strictly go back to the community where it belongs. Yeah, not for personal gain or anything like that. Just doing what I can to make sure that God's people is okay. So yeah, I am at the 45-minute mark. I'm about a minute over, and I believe that's all I have for y'all tonight. Thank y'all so much for listening. This was a lot. I feel like I poured a lot more than expected, but this was a good recording. And yeah, just let me know what you think. Let me know about your plans and ideas that you even have for yourself this year. And let's just have conversation, man. Let's have conversation. Let's build this family together. And I'm probably scrambling my words around and trying to making it sound like, I don't know. I feel like it's not very structured right now, and I'll be honest, it's not. But there's a lot of things that's gonna be happening this year, and I'm very happy to say that I would love to include every single person who watches this video if they really have the heart to be a part of it. You know what I mean? So, thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and thank you for the support. Thank you for the growth. Thank you for everything. Like y'all mean a lot to me. All 158 of you. And my TikTok followers too. I think I have like 21 right now, but we're growing as a family, and we're just gonna continue to go up from there. So, thank y'all so much. I love you very much, and I was gonna say, let me know if you need anything. Please do. I'm an open book. Hit me up anytime. My DMs are open, and I guess I'll see y'all in the next episode. Yeah, yeah, I'll see y'all in the next episode. So God bless you and take care.